Hello friends, I am Jenny. I am here to tell you about the new ways of learning English. In the last video, I told you about my journey of learning the English language. As you know, I went to London and joined learning English language classes. I told you about my fantastic teacher, and her amazing and useful techniques that helped all the students to be proficient in English language speaking. Today I'll tell you more new techniques that I learned from my teacher. At first, how to improve your accent and communication. On Tuesday, when I was at work, something interesting happened. Two customers came to our cafe. They are husband and wife. The man starts to speak to me. I know that he speaks English, but I don't understand him. I don't understand what he wants. I think that he wants something which we don't have. So, I called my boss. She speaks with the man and she sells him 2 coffees and 2 sandwiches. I am surprised. When they leave, I go to my boss and I tell her that I am sorry that I didn't understand the man. She says that it is okay. She says that this can happen when people speak with an accent which is new to us. She tells me that the pair was from Australia. The next day, I go to school and tell this story to my teacher. I told her that I felt really stupid when I didn't understand our customers. I wasn't sure that my English was good for my job. My boss was okay with it, but I still needed some help from my teacher. I wanted to know what I could do in these situations. My teacher says, I understand your point. You understand English which people speak in London, but the Australian accent is new for you. Your ears aren't trained for the Australian accent. You need to listen more to Australian English. You need to train your ears to this accent too. What happened to you can happen to everybody. When you already speak English at some level and you go to a country where people speak with a different accent, it is normal that you don't understand. It is okay, and it usually takes 2 weeks before you understand this new accent. Don't think that there is something wrong with you when you don't understand a new accent. With practice you can train your ears to this accent. Then I ask, so what can I do to understand the Australian accent? I don't live in Australia. Our teacher says, you can watch films with Australian English or you can watch situation comedies from Australia and soon you can understand. I say, thank you, teacher. After school, I go to work again. At about 4 o'clock, 2 interesting customers came to our cafe. This time they are not from Australia. They are foreigners. They want to buy some coffee. They are 2 ladies and it is clear that their English is very basic. My boss is serving them. When she hears that they don't speak English very well, she does something very interesting. She changes her English. She uses very simple sentences with only 3 or 4 words. I can see that the ladies understand her. They buy 2 coffees, 2 sandwiches and 2 cakes. They are happy and my boss is happy too. When the ladies leave, I tell my boss that it was very nice how she changed her English so that the 2 ladies understood her. My boss says that sometimes she has to speak in very simple English. It doesn't matter if the customer speaks English well or not. They are our customers and we have to do everything possible for them. If they see that they can speak English here, they can come to our cafe every day. I think that our boss is a good businesswoman. She does everything possible to make our customers happy. It is true that we have a lot of customers. Our cafe is busy every day. When you want to understand people with a special accent, listen to audio like short stories, watch movies with their accent for some time. The next day at school, I told my teacher about my experience with my boss and the 2 ladies who didn't speak English very well. Our teacher says, great, your boss must be a very clever young lady. It is true that you can communicate with everybody. People who speak English very well can have a conversation with those who are at the beginning of their journey. Today, we can speak about different levels of English and what you can do at this level. Let's start with the lowest level of 1000 words. At this level, students can speak about some basic things from everyday life. Speaking is very limited, but it is already possible to communicate slowly for a short time with people who want to speak with you. Your sentences are short. They usually have 4 words. If the others also speak in short sentences, you can have a basic conversation. When students move to a higher level, which is 2000 words, the conversations are easier and the sentences are longer. This is the level at which you are right now. You can speak about many things from your life. You can speak about your family, hobbies, job and traveling. Sometimes you can have a problem when you want to go into a deeper conversation on some topics. But this level is usually good enough for everyday use of English. If you want to be able to have a deeper conversation on many topics, it is good to know 3000 words. It is a good goal for English students of English. Of course, you can learn more than 3000 words. With more words it is easier for you to communicate in English. But 3,000 words is usually enough for communicating in English about almost everything. I think that the two ladies at your cafe knew about 1,000 words. Your boss went to their level and she had a basic conversation with them. After school, I go to work. That two women came to our cafe again. They also bring two of their friends. It is my turn to serve them. I speak to them in simple short sentences. They understand me. This is great.